Hi everyone, Jackie back again with another project for you. And I don't actually have a sample for you today, I just have my prototype. And it's another version of my 4-compartment box, only this time I fitted it for Ferrero Rocher specifically. So because I thought it would be a perfect present, birthday present, Mother's Day present, whatever. So anyway, let's go on and do the deed, as they say. Today I am going to use the Sweet Soiree papers. Why are those in there? I'm not using those. Okay. And this is Old Olive card for the lid. I'm using the sentiment, "You're Just Lovely," from Oh So Eclectic. I'm using some gems, and I used, from my stash, I used this die on here to decorate the lid, which I've already done. And I've kind of gone overboard with the gems, as you can see, but I have so many of the things, I thought it was time I started using them all up. So I've put one in each corner of the larger ones and smaller ones all around the "You're Just Lovely," and that's going to go on foam tape. I cut it out in Sweet Soiree, and then I cut out a square of silver foil to back it, and that's going to go on our lid to decorate. This is actually a set of tonic dies from years ago, and I like it because you can pull the little flower leaves up to see the foil behind it. Okay, so where will we start? Preferably at the beginning, says you. Right, now let's get our scoreboard in. Anyway, oops, I dumped it, you. Sorry please. Right, what do we need? For our compartments you need 4 pieces of, now I have to get my instructions because I can't see, 4 pieces of 3.5 by 3.5. Okay, for your base you need a piece that is 6 1/8 by 6 1/8, and for your lid, which you're going to reinforce, you're going to need a piece that is 7 3/16 by 7 3/16. Okay, while we've got the lid on, we'll just score that, and you want to score all sides at 1 and 2. This is the lid. 1 and 2. All the way around. 1 and 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Right, that's your lid. And for your outer box, you're going to score at 1.5 on 4 sides. 1.5. 1.5. And 1.5. Right, for your compartments, you'll need 4 bits of the 3.5 by 3.5, and you'll also need 4 bits that are 2.5 by 1.5. Okay, and you want to score these and 1 3/4. Yes, 3/4 and 1 3/4. For some reason mine is stretched, and then on the short side at 1/2. Okay, and these bits here you want to score 1 inch on all sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, keep that there, and at the 3/4 mark, 1 3/4. Get your 1 3/4 mark on your scoreboard. Take your score tool to below it and score up to the first score line only. keep your score tool there in your 1 3/4 mark. Rotate it left and repeat up to the first score line only, because we're going to do these compartments differently because they're smaller than the last ones. Okay, and that's it. You do that on all 4 pieces of the top and the front. This bit is the sides and the bottom, and this bit is the front piece. Okay, right. Now, there's a right way and a wrong way to cut this, as I found out. Even if you do the wrong way, you can fix it because you just have to cut a bit more off. But if you do it the right way, you don't have to cut any extra off. So I've left one not stuck. That only leaves me 3. Where's my other one? I'm missing one. Oh, for goodness sake. For goodness sake, why have I only got 3? Oh, there it's hiding. 4. Okay, right. You see these 2 extra score lines that you put in? Okay, lines. Your extra score lines, one's left and one's top. And you're going to miter these. Cut these score lines. Okay. Because that one's going in there, that one's going in there, that one's going in there, and that one's going in there, so that you're not covering any of this. Okay, so you've done your first one, you go across to the next one and do it. Cut it straight up and miter it. Okay, and then you go to your next one and you cut. Turn it left, cut, miter. Okay, so that all your folded bits are folding in, they're not folding over the bit you're going to cut up. Now these are your 2 extra score lines, front and right. You want to cut straight down those. You want to cut straight down both of them. I actually cut just off them so that I can cut the whole score line out. And then you're going to cut those 2 pieces diagonally to make your front. Okay. So if you do that on 4, and then these are your bits that you scored at 3/4 and 1 3/4. And up the 1/2 inch side. On each side of those 2 score lines, you're cutting out a triangle. Okay? Each side of those 2 score lines, you want to cut out a triangle. And that will leave you your bit for your front, which will sit in like that. Okay? So, let's glue them. And see how we get on. Okay? Right. Get away. Right, just, oops, extra bit. Get away, you dirty beast. You dirty beast. What are you? You dirty beast. I know, I might be slightly crazy. But hey, it makes the world a funny place. Yay! So you just folding all those in, making sure your lines are straight and neat and tidy. You just let it sit a minute before you burnish it. And that is the base of your box, and you're going to do that again on the other one. Just keeping your score lines, making sure they're not going over. Right? You don't want them to go over. You want them nice and flat. Flat as a pancake. right? Then you take your front pieces and you're going to glue down both sides and at the bottom. Okay, down both sides. And the bottom. Right, oops. And then this is the pernickety bit. You're just going to slide that in there and hold it till it sticks, making sure that it's sticking at the bottom and the sides. Okay. Just let it sit before you burnish it. I'm just burnishing these back bits. Just let it sit so that the glue can go off. And do the same with the other one. Wait, I just burnished that way. I remember. Then slide your sticky bit in. Oops, why is that too tall? That's about 1/8 of an inch too tall. That, don't know what happened there, but we cut it 1/8 of an inch too tall, so I just cut the offending bit off and sent it on its way. There, you see, we want our tops nice. I've got glue everywhere now, right enough, but hey, my tops are nice or flat, and that's what we're aiming for, a nice flat top. No sticky out bits. We don't want any sticky out bits. Okay, right, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 done. And just, oops. Oh, we nearly had a sticky out bit there. You see that? Beast. There we go. Right, now we're going to do the box to put them in. So we're just going to burnish our 4 sides and do your basic box making. Cut down to the first score line a miter on each corner. Cut down to the score line. Cut along one score line to the first score line a miter. Cut along that score line to the first score line a miter. And again. Right, because this card's a wee bit glossy, it just takes the glue a little bit longer to go off. But it gets there eventually. It's like the snail and the tortoise. It gets there. And it's better to be patient and take your time. Says the lady with absolutely no patience whatsoever, as my poor husband will tell you. And he blames me for the fact that my grandson has no patience. Imagine, as if. And then he says, he takes after his her mother. I said to him, he takes after his mother, and he turned around and looked at me, and who does she take after? Answer for everything, the cheeky beast. Imagine blaming me for everybody having no patience. Look, he's lucky I admit I've no patience. And he married me anyway, so hey, more fool him. Right, that's our box. Now, it's the moment of truth. Do they fit or do they not fit? And we have liftoff. Yay, it worked. It's a miracle. So we've got the green outside and the spots inside. Right, we're going to do a reinforced lid. So just burnish all your score lines first. Right, and as usual, you cut away the 3 outer squares. Cut them away completely on all sides. Just the 3 outer ones you want to cut away. So as usual, I cut the score line out straight down, past the first score line to the second score line, and cut those 2 away completely. And then take your other one so that you're only left with 1 in there, okay? And you're doing that on all 4 sides. Okay, it's the second score line along, and you're cutting down to the second score line. Then you do the same in your first score line. Cut down to the second score line. And cut both the outer squares away, and then cut your top square away, okay? And that's how easy it is to make a reinforced box, or a reinforced lid in this case. Cut away your outer 2. Right, last one. Straight down both score lines to the second one. Right. Then you're just going to go around and miter all of those so that you can fold over your sides and make them nice and smooth and flat. And just do that on all 4 remaining squares. Okay. And that's that. And then you glue. And fold in to your right. And hold. And fold to your left and hold. And make sure once again that you're nice and flat there, that there's no bit sticking out. Oops, another bit come off while I wasn't looking. Haha, I got you, you beastie. You think you're playing at? Get in there. Right, 2 down, 2 to go. And you're just going to squidge both of them in to their respective sides, making sure they're nice and flat with no sticky out bits. Okay, and just hold and hold and hold and hold and hold and hold. Right, and then you want to fold over the sides that have the 2 bits folded in. You want to fold them over first. Okay. And fold. See the way it just folds over like a knife through butter? Folds over so easily. That's because you mitered them and you took away the scores, the score line. Now I can see there's a little squidgy bit of the score line on there that's just trying to sneak in when it's not allowed. So we just kicked it out, kicked it to the curb. Right, And then I'm just going to give my bone folder a wee bit of going over it. Now cross your fingers. Cross your fingers, cross your fingers, and it's tight. Get in there. It's a bit tight. It's a wee bit tight for my liking. I think I would have done it at 7. What did I do at 7 3/16? 7 1/4. I think 7 1/4 would have worked better. But once it's on, it goes off and on okay. It was just the initial. No, 7 1/4. Cut your card to 7 1/4 by 7 1/4 for your lid and score it 1 and 2. I think that would be better. And then all we're going to do is stick on our decoration. Now, these sticky things are disgustingly annoying to get off, because half the time the sticky comes up with them. I don't know where I got them from, but wherever I got them from, I'm not getting them again. Because they're sticky, and there's too sticky, and these are just too sticky. Heck. See the way half the sticky comes up with them? Get off. Who do you think you are? Right, I'm going to stand up and try and get this on straight for you. Try being the operative word. I'm going to take it over to me a bit, sorry. But I think that's it there. Okay. And that's our box done. Now remember, do as I say and not as I do. 7 1/4 by 7 1/4 for your lid, instead of 7 3/16. 7 1/4 by 7 1/4. I must change that in my notes. Right, that's our box done. And then all you have to do is take the Ferreros from the other box and put them in. It must be because this card is smoother and this one is more fibrous that it's slightly tight, I think. So definitely go with 7 1/4 by 7 1/4. So that's it. You're Just Lovely sentiment from the eclectic bundle. These are just little tiny gems, silver gems, and foil card, and the die that I showed you. And that's our box finished just in time, because Riley has just appeared right under me, and there's his ginger fur in the way. So go away, Riley. So that's it for me. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you liked what I did. Give me a thumbs up and a subscribe, even just for Riley's sake. Riley, you're moving everything. Okay, until next time, Jackie out.